Welcome to Venus, Earth's evil twin. Unlike home, it's a blistering hellfire of a planet. Your mission? Survive 5 seconds. Sounds easy, right? But here, 5 seconds feels like forever as the crushing heat engulfs you. It's not just hot, it's Venus hot. So brace yourself, because this ride's about to get seriously fiery. Welcome to the ultimate test of endurance. Welcome to Venus. Venus, our nearest cosmic neighbor, is just a stone's throw away in space terms. At its closest, it's only 40 million kilometers away. Imagine a 4-month-long road trip that leads you to this dazzling yet lethal gem of the cosmos. According to some historians, about 4.5 billion years back, Venus and Earth were born siblings in the cosmic nursery of our solar system. They're alike in size and gravity, just like twin sisters. But Venus took a wild detour from Earth's path. It turned into a terrifyingly exotic planet with surface conditions that would make Dante's Inferno look like a beach vacation. Over the years, we've thrown our best tech at this fiery world. Probes sent to orbit Venus, buzz it closely, or land right on its scorching surface. Picture daring robot explorers landing on a planet with a surface hot enough to melt lead. Sounds crazy, right? But we did it. Yet our machines didn't last long. They sent us amazing science before their fiery end. Now, it's your turn to witness the extreme world of Venus. Our neighbor isn't just some bright point of light in the sky anymore. It's a destination, a challenge, an adventure, a world cloaked in a dense, toxic atmosphere, hidden under clouds of sulfuric acid and surfaced by molten rock. Are you ready to uncover the destiny that met our robotic pioneers? So, buckle up, it's time for a descent into the hellscape that is Venus. It won't be easy, but hey, who said space exploration was a walk in the park? Take a second to marvel at these stunning clouds, but don't be fooled by their beauty. Their sulfuric acid soup, reeking like rotten eggs. Tempting to take a whiff, right? But trust me, keep your helmet on. Their perfume isn't worth the risk. As you drop to about 50 kilometers above Venus, it's like you're trying to see through a thick, foggy window. Nothing is clear. Thousands of the planet's abundant volcanoes are hidden behind a dense wall of carbon dioxide. This thick blanket of gas also acts as a heat trap, warming the surface. Wondering just how hot it is? Descend another 15 kilometers and the curtain lifts. The world beneath you starts to reveal itself. You're met with a vista of rusty red landscapes, majestic mountains, and volcanoes that are very much awake. With a mix of fascination and caution, you steer towards an active volcano to grab some samples and admire the spectacular view. Sure enough, the air is heavy with carbon dioxide, with just a smidge of nitrogen, exactly what you expected. Alright, now comes the tricky part. You're checking if you can touch down here. Seems like the right spot, but hold on, where's the signal? Looks like mission control is on mute. You'll have to make a call on your own. You're going in blind, initiating the landing sequence without a green light. Here's hoping the planet of volcanoes is feeling hospitable today. It's a wild, crazy ride, but that's what space exploration is all about. As your spacecraft lands on Venus' surface, it kicks up a massive dust storm, almost like a thick fog that takes a while to clear. Once the dust settles, you lift your eyes to the sky, expecting to see the familiar bright disk of the sun. But no, not here. The sunlight that manages to filter through Venus' dense atmosphere is faint and diffused, casting a ghostly glow over the landscape. It's a bizarre, eternal twilight that pervades the planet's surface 24/7. The Venusian sky is a tease, allowing only 10% of sunlight to reach the surface. It's like being underwater, where the sunlight becomes weak and distorted the deeper you go. The rest of the sunlight is absorbed by the dense blanket of the atmosphere, which is why it's so incredibly hot here. Remember Venera 13? That brave space probe that landed here in 1981? It faced the hellish environment and survived for an impressive 127 minutes. But in the end, even Venera 13 couldn't beat Venus. The extreme pressure and intense heat were too much. It was like being in the deepest part of the ocean and in a furnace at the same time. Eventually, it probably got squashed or melted. But hey, no point in worrying about that now. You've made it through the 1-hour descent and you're almost at the finish line. The final test? Step outside for 5 seconds. Yes, step out into the harshest, most unwelcoming environment you've ever faced. But remember, no great adventure is ever easy. journey, and sometimes the hardest journeys lead to the greatest discoveries. So, take a deep breath, it's time to make history. You've made it! You're on Venus. The first thing you notice is the weight on your body. Even though Venus's gravity is close to Earth's, the sheer thickness of the atmosphere feels like you've got a couple of extra dumbbells hanging from your arms. It's like trying to do a workout in a hot, thick soup. Every movement a laborious struggle. Speaking of hot, you glance down at your suit's built-in thermometer. It reads a staggering 470 degrees Celsius or 900 degrees Fahrenheit. For perspective, that's hot enough to turn lead into a puddle. The comparison to a boiling pot of soup seems more apt now than ever. As you stand there feeling the incredible pressure against your suit, you're thankful for the advanced technology protecting you. Without it, you'd be flattened before you could even say Venus. Your suit isn't just keeping you safe, it's fighting a battle against the planet's brutal conditions to keep you alive. But despite the intense environment, there's an air of excitement. You remind yourself of Venera 13, the spacecraft that managed to stick around for over 2 hours about 4 decades ago. Surely, you think, with today's tech, you could last even longer. There's an entire world waiting to be explored. With all its dangers, Venus also holds countless mysteries that no one else has seen before. So, chin up, astronaut. The hardest part is behind you. All you have to do now is spend 5 seconds outside. Yes, just 5 seconds, in the most hostile environment that you've ever encountered. After all, exploration isn't just about finding new worlds, it's about surviving them too. Good luck, we're all rooting for you. Just when you were getting into the swing of this historic mission, something unexpected pulled your focus from the first ever human analysis of Venus's conditions. Your high-tech, life-saving suit blips an error. Suddenly, you're not an astronaut studying an alien world, you're in a situation akin to being a deep-sea diver whose oxygen tank has failed, surrounded by the intense pressures of the deep sea, except instead of water, it's Venus's atmosphere, applying a pressure approximately 90 times greater than Earth's. It presses against you from all angles, trying to squish you into a human pancake. Breathing becomes an immediate issue. It feels like trying to suck in the air while being choked. The atmosphere doesn't contain oxygen. Any bit of the searing hot air you do manage to gulp down burns your mouth and throat like swallowing a flame. The clock is ticking. If you can't make it back to your spacecraft in record time, death will swoop in and snatch you away in mere seconds. But hey, there's a silver lining in this deadly scenario. Above you, clouds made of sulfuric acid are raining down a toxic drizzle. But thanks to the frying pan-like atmosphere, the acid rain evaporated long before it could touch the surface. Looking back, it's pretty clear that sending you down to this hostile planet was a bit of a miscalculation. Maybe, just maybe, we should have made Venus a little more Earth-like before we asked you to take a stroll on its surface. For now, you've got a broken suit, a deadly atmosphere, and a clock that's running out. It's all part of the life of an astronaut, right? Good luck, space explorer. So, there you have it, a sneak peek into the fiery hellscape that is Venus. But here's a question for you. If given a chance, would you dare to explore Venus firsthand? Let us know in the comments below.